Welcome back to the STC podcast. We're your hosts, the Monkey Men.
Yes, sir.
This is our second episode, and we're pretty pumped for it. So I think we're just gonna get straight into it. So first topic we have: what is your favorite candy ever? Just top
So,
favorite candy.
favorite candy ever? Like, are we talking like fruity candy or like chocolate
Anything,
candy?
man. Anything with sugar and it's horrible for your teeth. Anything like
So,
that.
yeah. So, I would have to say for me, my favorite candy, bro, like favorite candy bar, I will say, it's got to be the Zero Bar. The Zero Bar has, like, I don't even know if you guys have ever had that. It's got everything you want, bro. I'm telling you right now, they are so good. So,
Zero bar.
yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. You can look it up real quick if you want, but it's like
Yeah.
so good. So, yeah.
I've seen them in the store, but
Zero bar. Hold
Dude,
on.
next time you see it, bro, you have to check it out. It's freaking good. As far as like, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people really like debate fruity candy or like chocolate. Like they all have their
Yeah.
preferences, but I don't
Yeah.
know, just something about like, I think the candy that I like that like fruity is like definitely high chews. I don't know if you've ever had those, but
Oh yeah, and I looked up the zeros and I've had these before.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think a
Huh.
Zero Bar is kind of like a combination between like a Snickers and a Three Musketeer. Like it's really good. So,
Right.
yeah.
it's an interesting one because it's not like a popular one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think it was
I
that
don't
when I
just want to
saw the
go out and be
logo.
like Kit Kat, like
Yeah, I like Hershey Kiss. Like, no, it's
yeah.
Kit Kats are so bland.
they're not
Um,
horrible, but I
I like
agree.
Kit Kats, bro. It's a texture for me, like the wafer, like
The
texture.
crack of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's like really good. Do you
I
guys
think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
break your Kit Kats or just eat them like they
I
are,
freaking break it, dude. People who bite them need to die in a hole.
bro? True that right there. That's a true statement, dude. I'll try and like mess with people when I'm eating a Kit Kat in front of people and just straight up eat the whole thing like it is, like not even break it. Like, dude, some
Just
people
watching Jonas eat anything is weird.
it is a process, bro. But I will say right now,
Oof.
dude, some people they like take it apart and like just eat the wafer and then eat the outside. It
Oh,
is weird.
hurt. I've seen that, and it's
I
always like
used
a
to do that
basic
with
white girl.
the Nutter Butters. I used to do that with those.
Dude, I
Oh,
still do
like
that.
split them in half.
Nutty Buddy,
Yeah.
like the Little Debbie snack, those things are oh my gosh, bro. Those those are really good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, Jonas, your favorite candy is the Zero Bar? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like chocolate. Fruit is
Sure.
the high
Okay.
shoes.
Sure. Um, Layton, do you have a favorite candy?
Honestly, I don't eat a lot of candy. I don't have much of like a sweet tooth at all, but I do like Snickers.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty well known.
Stereotypical.
And yeah, I feel like just if you like chocolate and you like candy and you like sweet stuff, nuts too, you'll just be like,
Yeah.
Snickers. Like,
Dude, like the payday, bro.
I mean,
yeah. Oh,
Snickers are
that's yeah.
I think the payday's pretty good to be honest. I know that's like I don't know. I'm probably gonna get slandered for that later
No, I
on, but
like
like
the payday, bro.
the
That's
payday it's a good candy bar. So
100%.
yeah, as long as you don't have a nut allergy, do not eat the payday. If you have a nut
You
allergy,
die,
ladies and gentlemen,
literally
public
die.
service announcement: do not eat a payday if you have a nut allergy.
If you want to kill someone, okay, I probably shouldn't. Okay,
Bad way to start that off.
hold on, let me finish this. If you want to kill someone with a nut allergy, you just ram that thing down their throat and they will die.
I'm
It will
sorry.
Just hand it to
evaporate.
them nicely. Yeah.
Please
How do you guys
consume this.
feel? How do you guys
Well,
feel about the coconut almond joy candy?
Mm,
see, I like coconut and I like almonds, but those do not go together in
Dang,
chocolate.
those used to be my favorite candy. I'm not even gonna lie. When I was younger,
Really?
I thought those were so good. And the only thing worse than that is named by the same company. They're called Mounds. I don't know if you ever had it.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah,
coconut
bro.
almond joy with no almond.
Yeah,
And it
it's
is
awful.
absolutely awful.
It's just
It's
a mound of
horrible.
coconut. Like it's ugh.
Yeah. I mean,
some
ew.
Yeah.
something else I like that's not. I don't even know if it's necessarily candy, but it's near the candy aisle. It's them wax things filled with juice that's like in the shape of a pop can
Oh, the
or
stuff that like burns your throat
Nickel
off.
nips. Nickel
yeah,
nips. Oh my gosh, bro.
and you just like suck the juice out of them.
Yeah.
Oh
And you
yeah.
can chew on the wax or whatever.
Yeah, that's Yeah, I got a box of those one year for Christmas because Good Mythical Morning made a bit out of it, and I thought it was the funniest thing. So my parents gave me a big box of them. It was
Dude,
like,
like you will eat one of those. Well, I guess like you like bite the cap off or whatever and chew it if you want, and then you just drink that stuff, and it tastes like you just like swallowed a battery. It hurts, bro. Like
it's like chemical waste.
yeah, and then
Like,
you can just pop the bottle in your mouth and chew it for 30 minutes.
right?
Yeah,
I'm
and then it's
pretty
just
sure that
disgusting.
pretty sure the juice is just straight sugar, but
It is.
I don't
It's
even know what it
absolutely.
is, but it does
It's probably
not
not even
taste good.
sugar. Yeah, it's probably just cocaine. But
Yeah, in liquid
well,
form.
so Jonas likes zero bars. Layton
Right.
likes Snickers. I think personally, okay. I'm going to get so much hate for this,
Uh-oh.
but my favorite, just because of how like basic it is, Reese's.
Dude, that's
Like
not even basic. That's just a popular opinion. That is
that.
like I know that's like considered the same thing, but like Reese's are so good. It doesn't matter what it is that you're eating. Reese's. Like I mean like the Reese's Pieces, like the
Yeah,
peanut butter cup, like
yeah,
whatever you're eating. Like and they even have one of those like bars similar to a Nutty Buddy, but it's like a Reese's Nutty Buddy. Like
right.
and that thing's pretty good too. I've only had it a couple times, but
I
yeah.
do have an opinion on a very controversial candy.
What's that?
Um,
what is it?
Mike and Ike's.
Oh, okay. I see you.
So I don't. I have not met anyone else who's like, yeah, Mike and Ike's are all right. Every time I bring up Mike and Ike's, I get slandered. So what do you
See,
guys think about those?
I used to hate them, but like you gotta have the right flavor, you know? It's like the
I
fruity
think
candy.
like
Yeah.
the original ones, they're good, but like them nasty, spicy cinnamon ones, them things are disgusting in every
Those
way
are
possible.
those are an attempt at hot tamales, and they
Yeah.
failed.
And hot
So
tamales aren't even good.
those
No,
things were made to torture, not enjoy.
dude. So the reason I brought that up is because so
Say
Yeah,
that
but
again, you're
regular
just
eggs,
did
I
it
eat.
cut out?
yeah.
You gotta be okay. Here, I think I got a box of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, but these are like the holiday pack, so like they're like cherry and stuff, so they're pretty decent. But like
That sounds like cannabis, the holiday pack.
the holiday pack,
See, I like Mike and Ike's. I
the
enjoy
holiday,
eating them, but they're never my first choice.
I
I
uh
always
agree with
go for
that.
something else.
Yeah,
yeah, these
I
were
can
my
agree.
last piece of candy from Christmas because I got like 3 things of candy. This was the last one. I haven't eaten it for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
you know I've held out as long as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's our candies. How about uh switching over a little bit, what did you guys do over Christmas break and like activities, things with family? What did you do?
I can start out with that, but so I didn't do it a lot because my dad did indeed test positive for COVID, and so yeah, and he's vaccinated, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, that is
And
like
that is like a whole different podcast separate in itself. Yeah, so anyways though, so didn't do a lot as far as outside of the house. Had a good Christmas. But I do have a story that happened over break. So
sure.
me and my dad were hunting in on some land we own
Hmm.
in Crispin, and we were up on this like I would call it a hill, I guess. It's kind of like flat at the top. It's not super big, but and we have a rifle and a shotgun, and we're calling coyotes in, and it's like pitch black out because it's 7 o'clock and it's already dark, right?
Yeah.
And so this coyote call that we're using kind of sounds. It doesn't sound like a coyote call if you're not thinking like coyote call. But anyways, though, so we're sitting up there and we see a light go out into the field, right? And uh anyways though, so yeah, and I'm panicking because when I saw the light, like we've had crime out there before, right? So
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
see this light and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, someone's here about to literally steal something, and we have loaded firearms over here, and we're gonna have to do something about it. And I'm like, I
Gang
am
shootout.
not prepared for this, okay? So then we see this car in the drive of this farm. Keep in mind, this is like, I don't know, like a few acres of land that's grass and then just like a huge field around it, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
hunting into the field. And I have a headlamp on that I got for Christmas that's like really bright, and then I also have a light on the top of my gun, right? And so Then this car pulls out of the driveway and gets onto the road, and then I just see this spotlight hit me in the face, right?
Oh,
Dude, and this car, I stood up to make myself known because as soon as that happened, I knew it was a cop. I knew for a
right.
fact. And so I stood up, I made myself known. He pulls into the driveway, and I'm like, all right, Dad, that's definitely a cop. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, what do we do? So he's like, all right, just pick up your gun. Just make sure it's pointed in
Pick
a
up
way that it's going to
your
take.
gun.
Yeah, no. Because we didn't want to. Well, because one of our thoughts was, because it didn't have its lights on, is what if it's someone impersonating a cop? You know, because
Right.
that happens too. I mean, you want
Oh
to,
yeah.
That is my worst fear, getting pulled over by a fake cop.
and I
Right.
mean, what do you do if you go up there
Right.
and they have a pistol pointed at you and they're not actually a cop?
Yeah.
Also, bad mistake to make if you think they're not, they are. You don't want to do that
Yeah.
either. So, anyways, though, so we start walking towards them with I have my rifle in my hand,
Mhm.
and my dad has a shotgun, and so and obviously we're not like looking aggressive. We're just casually
Right.
walking. I mean, I have the way I was holding my gun was I had the stock in my hand and the barrel over my left shoulder, so it was pointed completely away. So then I'm walking towards this cop, and the spotlight's hitting me right in the face. I could not see a single thing. I don't know if he had his gun out. Um,
Ooh,
that's something I'm gonna ponder for the rest of my life, to be honest.
dude, that's
Yeah, because I couldn't see anything. So
right.
I don't care how prepared you think you are for a cop to yell the words "put your weapons on the ground" at you, but you're not prepared enough because that will shiver your timbers. Let me tell you.
Bruh.
So yeah, and
That's
then
quite
we got in front of
scary,
his
man.
car. He was like, "Go stand over there." He thought we were up to no good, but it was just a misunderstanding. Some people saw our lights, they called it in, which I'm glad they called it in because I mean that there's still good people out there, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. There's awareness.
anyways, how about you, Layton? What'd you do over break?
Honestly, I didn't do much. Went to some family members' houses. That's about it.
Dang.
Fun.
I mean,
I wish I could do that.
honestly,
Like,
like there's not much you can do in this kind of like time. You know what I mean? Like, if you live in a state, especially that's especially affected by COVID, I feel like the guidelines and stuff kind of railed plans and stuff. They just kind
Yeah.
of
It wasn't even like the guidelines that were like during COVID. It was that almost everyone I knew someone that had COVID. And especially
yeah,
now, I know so many people that have COVID right now. It's running
oh yeah, dude,
rampant.
yeah,
half our school is quarantined.
Yeah, no, it's definitely weird seeing like half the people in every class. So,
right, yeah,
I mean, both of my parents had to work all throughout Christmas break, so I didn't really have a chance to do much other than stay home and be lazy,
yeah.
which I
That's
didn't
I mean,
mind. It's a nice
yeah. It's not
break
like you can
from
help it either.
constant bashing at school.
Yeah,
finals, bro.
I,
finals, crying and throwing up,
Yep, all at the same
most
time.
painful moment of my life.
dude.
What was your
How
guys'
did
hardest final?
probably okay? I'm like a donut when it comes to math, so probably math.
I I'm sort of agreeing, but honestly, if I'm being honest, my hardest final was sort of an underdog. It was
Ag
because I
science?
studied, yeah, I studied for all of my finals pretty well, I
Hmm?
would say. I didn't study for ag science
No, I
because I
didn't
thought it was
even.
A, gonna be easy, and B, we did like a bunch of cahoots in class. Well, what happened was we were missing some information off the cahoots and quizlets, which I know, I mean, you're supposed to study on your own, but there was a lot of classes and stuff going on that week, so as soon as I was well, during that quiz, I would say I was pretty sure I was going to get a D, and it yeah, so pretty devastating.
I
Yeah,
So,
got a low C on that. One of my worst grades.
I am so glad we don't have ag classes down here.
yeah.
Like, oh
It's not
See, I
even the
don't.
class, it's just I just wasn't expecting an ag final to be like the worst thing ever.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's an underdog. You don't really prep for it
Not
being
as
the
much
end of.
as I did for like Spanish. Spanish I
Yeah,
studied so much for.
I
yeah.
didn't study for Spanish once, other than the review guide, and I got an A on it.
Well, we get it, bro,
I'm just,
okay?
I'm just that good, Jonas.
Yeah, we get
Get
it.
over
But
it.
yeah.
But all right. So back to the main topic. So my thing that I did over Christmas break was really not like kind of like Layton's. It just really wasn't that exciting. It was kind of like well, basically, the whole first week, I was still kind of like recovering because I had just had COVID.
Right.
Um, I was kind of just bored because I had been out for, nearly a month. It had been since Thanksgiving break.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah,
Did
it
your
was like,
grades drop?
yeah, a little bit, but I was able to catch them up like right before finals and stuff, and then after finals, I was fine.
Yeah.
But because I was able to take them online, which was just, it was all right. But
Yeah.
I would much prefer to do that in class. Other than that, though, um, I really just kind of like chilled out, and then Christmas hit, and it was like really good Christmas, and then it was like the week just went like,
See,
like
that's what I was gonna say was the week before Christmas was so long. And it's not even
yeah,
like I was super excited for Christmas. Like I didn't feel very Christmassy, but the
right,
week after Christmas flew like that. So
yeah, and it's only just now becoming like a Christmassy feel down here because we got like a ton of snow and like school closed today. You know what I mean? Like
right.
it's feeling a lot more like Christmas. Oh, a week and a half after
Right,
Christmas.
because it was like 55 on Christmas here and it's like 2 degrees
Yeah,
this
we
morning.
didn't
Yeah,
get no snow, and the snow we did get didn't even stick to the ground.
right.
Yeah, it was bad.
We're supposed to get freezing rain tomorrow, though. That's an excitement.
That's nice. So Hayden, you were talking about e-learning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So funny thing, today I was showing in my 8th hour class, right? And I had all
Huh?
my work done, so I was just talking to my teacher and I was talking, I was like, you think our school's gonna go remote again because all the rising COVID cases? And she was like no, because you guys suck at remote. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, she's right though. 'Cause remote
dude.
learning is tough.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It does not work out.
No.
So
Yeah, that's we're kind of like I think we're starting to get more, like finalized like back to normal if there is a normal anymore. But
No, there
yeah,
never was a normal.
yeah,
there's
that's it's always just like
Stuff
it's
is
just
always
waiting for the next
changing.
normal. It's never a normal, you
yeah,
know?
normal is when something has happened for such a long time that you
When
just
something
accept.
becomes normal, it changes, so it's no longer normal. It's the old normal.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true. I would say this is the new normal now. I mean,
Like
I
having
like go no, you go ahead.
like having a face-to-face conversation without a mask on. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange to most people.
Like sometimes I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I mean, I'll walk into school without a mask on sometimes and I feel kind of naked.
No, literally, like
It's just
yeah.
something that's I'm so used to, you know?
Well, after they dropped the mask mandate at my school, it was like I was confused because I was like, bro,
Yeah.
this is weird, and like
You guys don't have a you guys don't have to wear masks at school?
no, they dropped that after the first couple weeks because COVID cases at our school dropped to like 5%, and they were like 20 or 30% before that. So
Dude, COVID here right now is like not necessarily the worst it's been, but it's the worst it's been in a long time.
in a
I would
long
say
time,
it might be the worst it's been. I don't like I've never
It's
had a
getting there.
time where everyone I knew had COVID. Like almost everyone I know right now either knows or like has COVID, knows someone or has COVID.
yeah, and I feel like that's just it's just back on the rise. Like it was like
Now,
going down, and now it's just going back up.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if it's true, but I saw this thing that said the COVID cases are supposed to be at its all-time worst on around February.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um I'm pretty sure we're getting like well, I just heard this from someone one of my teachers that there's like a million new cases every day almost. So,
Yeah, the
seriously,
other day we
yeah.
got 1 million cases in one day.
Yeah.
dang,
Which that's a lot of people
that's
testing
a
positive.
lot
That
of people.
that
I,
Omicron stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
just think like when this all first started, it was crazy when like 6 people had it, and now we've got like millions and
Dude,
millions.
just hearing about one person having it, like everyone was spamming that person asking how it was. But what I've heard about like the new variant was that it's literally like the same as a cold. Like I know that some people said that about COVID, but it's supposed to be COVID but more mild. And at that
Right.
point it's like, dude, it is like January. It's like 2 degrees outside. If you're not waking up with like a cold every morning, then like you're just not normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because most
That's
of the winter months, I mean, I wake up every morning and kind of feel like crap. So,
right.
I
Yeah.
mean, scratchy throat, whatever you want to call it, but
Yeah. And I have allergies like a big boy. I
Yeah.
mean, it's less horrible now that I'm in the South because in my area the air is actually really clear. But in a farming town like the one I used to live in, you know,
Which is interesting because when I went to Tennessee with you over the summer, I oh, dude, that air, and I mean, take for granted it was the summer, but like that air was thick, dude.
oh, absolutely, that
That
was
was Kim
tough.
Kardashian air right there. It
Yeah,
was like,
Pardon?
sir. But no, like
it's-
my area, my city, it's got pretty good air quality, and I think that's just simply because we're in a basically a bowl of mountains,
right.
like, and a lot of trees and stuff.
Yeah,
But
but I stepped off that bus when I got back up to Illinois, and I was like, oh my gosh.
your airs, hello, your
Yeah,
lungs just opened back up.
yeah, because that air is humid down there. It's
Oh,
especially in
it's
the dead of summer
oh,
in July.
summer's humid. It gets better around fall and like springish time, especially winter because there's like air's thin up here. But
Yeah, I love it when people are like, "It's not the heat that gets you; it's the humidity."
right, but in the
Yeah.
city we were staying in, you and I, it's a couple thousand feet lower than my city.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, that's gonna change your air quality, definitely.
Yeah,
I
because
can
I
agree
think
with
mine
that.
is like 6,000, and the one we went to is like 3 above
Yeah.
sea level. But
Honestly, though, when it's like 80 degrees or higher and it's humid out, it is the worst feeling ever.
80 degrees. I mean,
Because, like, it's not enjoyable heat. You're just, like,
dude,
drenched.
if I'm being honest, like, I'd rather walk outside for 10 minutes in the freezing cold than I was like the dying heat. Because it's just like it's so much easier to get warmer than it is colder. Because I mean,
I can agree with that.
like I was taking the trash out, I think when was this? Maybe last night. And I walked outside and it was like 3 degrees outside, right? Or it
Mm,
might have been a little warmer, but and that wind hit me and I was like, oh my gosh, like my airways felt like they just imploded.
yeah,
But and then I get back inside, it's like 10 seconds later, I'm fine. But in the
yeah,
summer, it's like if I'm going outside for like 10 or 15 minutes and I come back again, it's like give me at least like 15 minutes more to cool off.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I would much prefer be cold than hot all the time. Like,
see, that kinda just depends for me. Like, it's so I don't wanna say if I'm trying to go to sleep, I'd rather be hot because that's just not true, but
right?
I feel like going to sleep cold isn't the worst thing, it's when you wake up in the middle of the night freezing. That's the worst.
Yeah,
But waking up hot is also bad too, so it's kinda they equal out.
yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we kind of went off topic a
Yeah, a
little
little
bit,
bit.
but I do have another idea for you guys. I was kind of thinking about the whole candy thing and how you were saying the favorite candy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of a stupid question, but what's the worst candy you've ever had? Just you can't stand it, you hate it, you'll never eat it again.
One thing I will mention about earlier that I forgot to say for, like, my best fruity candy, I feel like
Sure.
Jolly Ranchers are, like, up there. I
They're
mean,
pretty good, especially when you
those are
got
good.
one in like school as a kid and like for like answering a
Yes.
question right, then oof, it would
Yeah.
hit right.
So, anyways, though, as far as least favorite candy goes, ooh, I'd have to say those
Licorice.
mounds. You
Mounds.
don't like licorice?
You don't like
No,
licorice?
like black licorice.
Black licorice is literally, like, just as good as normal. Like,
No,
I can agree
dude,
with
it's
that.
disgusting.
I
it's
love black
literally
licorice.
not.
It's
Like,
cinnamon licorice. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good to be honest.
yeah.
Listen to yourself, man. Cinnamon licorice.
I love cinnamon and I love
See,
licorice.
I
And
like
I love
licorice texture.
yeah, that's what I just said. That's like
That
literally
sounds like something someone would poop out and serve on a table.
sir?
What?
Who's pooping something out and serving it on a table? I think that's a crime. You could probably go to prison for
You might get in a
Meh,
little trouble.
that.
just a little bit.
Dude,
Well,
but
I
like
mean, yeah.
black licorice is honestly so good. And so is like the strawberry one. I will say though, cherry licorice is not the move.
No.
It tastes like someone just like solidized, if that's a word, like made solid like Benadryl and just like fed
Like
it to you.
it's like that dehydrolyzer or whatever from freaking Megamind, where like he shoots it and it becomes that cube of just like stuff. It's like you did that to freaking cherry seed, and it's just
Yeah, just Benadryl, bro. That's what it reminds me of the most.
100%. Yeah, I mean licorice. I'm not talking about like the Twizzlers, because Twizzlers are all right, but I'm saying like actual like I had this one licorice one time that was like homemade, and they had black and like I think it was watermelon flavored ish kind of thing. But dude, when it's like thick, like it was like a like probably as thick around as like a quarter. So it was like
Dang,
every
that
bite
is
was
a
like
meaty
chewy.
piece of
It
licorice.
was. They were very short because of that, but yeah, it was pretty good, man. And Twizzlers
How
are
do you
all right.
make licorice? I'm looking this up.
I think it's like you boil sugar and then you just like. Well, no, that's
Don't they
taffy.
use them weird spinny systems like stretch it out? Or am I thinking of taffy?
That's taffy. That's what I was
That's
just.
taffy.
That's where they like drop it and they like throw it and stuff, and it's like stuck to the wall. I don't
I
even know what
think
I'm saying, but
just about any type of cinnamon flavored candy just disgusts me in any way possible.
really
Yeah.
crazy, man.
And like cinnamon sugar, that stuff's good.
Oh yeah, like cinnamon sugar toast. That's my favorite
Yeah.
one.
Dude, that's good stuff. I can't even find anything on how it's made. It's just
It's just
they grow it.
yeah. They grow it.
They
Yeah,
grow it.
bruh.
It just
It's
springs
invented
up
by
out of the ground like a carrot, and they just pick it.
right. It's like the size of like a freaking like elevator cable when they get it, so they just have to chop it up and stuff.
Yeah. So my, all right, we weren't even. So Layton, your least favorite is licorice. Hayden, how
Licorice.
about you?
Let's see. I'm not very picky with anything at all, like food wise. It's
I
not
can relate to
really
that.
right. See, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna like I have a specific hate towards this, you know. But at the same time, I can't like every time I eat one of these, it just makes me want to like I don't know. It makes me want to vomit. But it's literally okay. It's like those. Okay, I know how earlier I said I love Reese's, but the Christmas tree Reese's,
Oh, dude,
they're so oily and
if
they're
you
just
eat one of those, they're oily and they're dense. If you eat one of those without a bottle of water, you might be like over for the rest of your life.
and then that bottle of water tastes like literal like Jesus just touched you. Like that's literally what it just. But yeah, I can definitely agree with that. It feels like your throat is the Sahara Desert. Like
Dude, oh, dude, it's like if pork chops were a candy, just the
Mhm.
dense dryness, like
oh
You see,
dude,
I like Reese's, but like I don't like the peanut butter in it necessarily. It'd be much better if it was like peanut butter straight from the jar.
real peanut butter, yeah, because it's
It's
definitely
like
not real
yeah, it's weird and like
processed.
chunky almost.
Yeah, like flaky. But yeah,
yeah.
so how about you, John?
So I don't know. This is like I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I had to say Skittles. I don't like Skittles.
Dude, they make my throat burn.
Dude, they make my throat burn. They gave me like a whole headache because of like how hard I have to chew those. And like
Dude.
You must be eating too many at once.
you have to, I feel like you need to like heat those up for a minute because you gotta like it's just
They
like
melt.
I just have vivid memories of me in like sixth grade just eating a whole package at like once and just like chewing that for
Oh,
like 10 minutes and then having like the worst headache ever
oh,
and like just taking a drink of water like you said just like the Holy Spirit just gave you a
yeah,
kiss.
it's like yeah, it's just yeah, it's like
Just
the
brought back a
three.
memory.
It's like
Oh,
the
of
Remember
the
in
Holy
like
Spirit giving you a kiss?
hold on a minute.
no. In
It
sixth
gives
grade track, everyone would always go to the vending machine and get a snack before we started. And I
oh
went
no,
there. There was like nothing in there but like Skittles. So I got Skittles as a snack. And I had like 5 minutes to eat the whole pack. So I just like downed it. And then we had to do the hallway runs.
oh,
Worst mistake of my life.
oh.
Dude, okay, I will say this. The only thing worse than Skittles, now again, don't come at me for this. Airheads suck.
You don't like Airheads?
It depends. The
What?
Airhead bites are
Dang.
halfway okay. But like if someone ever hands me a watermelon flavored Airhead, dude, like we're not cool anymore. That is not
Oh,
okay. Anything watermelon flavored is just like no.
what? Man, don't
No.
even come to watermelon for that.
Dude, like watermelon the fruit itself is amazing. It's like voluptuously good,
Oh
right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
Voluptuous.
yes,
voluptuous. Yeah,
but when we're talking like watermelon flavored like candy, it's just
yeah.
kind of nasty.
See, I feel like candy I can agree with, but when it comes to specifically Monster, like drinks in that kind of
Like
category,
fruit flavored drinks.
yeah, yeah. So like when I drink a watermelon Monster, it's refreshing. It's a little sweet, but it's kind of good. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I feel like Airheads, you've got to get the right flavor. I like the white one. I don't know what flavor it is, but it's
I'm pretty
white.
sure that's like the mystery. But like I will say, this is a weird thing to say about candy, but some fruit flavored candies you just need like a tall ice cold glass of water with.
I feel like you're right.
Dude, like it's such a weird thing to say, but
I
like
know.
if you like get in the car on a hot summer day and you eat an Airhead, you're gonna throw up.
You're gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not gonna be
See,
good for
that's the
you.
time to not eat just about anything unless it's cold.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
freaking sherbet, yeah, go ahead. But if
Doing
it's not,
anything in a hot summer car is just asking to die.
yeah.
Oh, dude. Dude, that
Dude,
is
that actually reminds me. This is very off
oh
topic,
no.
but there was a field day on the last day of school one year, and they had physicals that same day at that same exact time.
Oh my gosh. I remember
And
that.
yeah, and they were serving ice cream, and we were all like running around and stuff. So I ate an entire bowl of ice cream, not knowing that there were physicals. And I was like, like running around with you guys and talking. And then I get in there, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't read your pulse because it's too fast." I gave that lady the like most like I don't know, dude. That woman just got on my nerves. Cause it's like, bro, of course it's a hot summer day. I just ate like 3 pints of ice cream. Just of course my pulse is gonna be
Does
high.
that raise your pulse?
Well, just like the sugar in it
It
and
does?
like running around. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, what was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Layton, when me and you, like on like the like early school year, when we went to the Farm Progress show,
Oh
dude,
no.
that it was okay. It was so hot that day, right? And
Yes.
I just remember getting on the bus and I would have done anything for water. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
I
that was the worst feeling ever, just sitting there drenched.
We were an hour and a half away from the school
And there
and
was
we're
no
on our way
AC
home
on that.
on a bus and we are just dying and I'm sitting next to Cameron and this man's tan line. It made me laugh so
No,
hard.
bruh.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
You
I
that day
had.
remember
was
that, but
brutal.
Do you remember Jonas looked like a raccoon that one time because of how bad his like
I
facial?
always
What?
look like a raccoon throughout the summer.
Dude, that day sucked because they had I don't know what it was they had, but we were going like we were on the opposite end of the field to where they were, and we had like 10 minutes before we had to go. So we walked practically ran the entire place to go get it, and they were out.
It was this hat from a company that sold seed and it was a soft hat, Hayden. So it was like like a corn ear on a hat. But it was like not it wasn't like a baseball cap. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was amazing though. You know how like the consistency of those foam fingers are?
Oh yeah.
It was like that, but as a big hat. And like
Holy
it was just a
crap.
handout, so you could get it for free. But so anyways, so we're at the bottom right end of this thing, right? Keep in mind, this show is huge, Hayden. There was estimated 100,000 people every day.
Holy crap.
All right, so we're sitting here, right? And we see our teacher, okay? We run up to her and we're like, "Where did you get that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's at this place, like blah blah blah. They'll give it to you for free because it's a handout, right?"
Right, right,
Well, and I mean, unless you're buying a tractor, you don't have to pay for like anything there. And I don't even know
right.
if you can buy tractors there. But anyway, so we go, we're this is like such a long walk. And we go and it was like 15 minutes till we have to leave. And Miss I'm not gonna say her name, but our
Yeah,
teacher
yeah.
was was very we'll use the word passionate about what time we got to the bus. I know it's like a weird
Bruh.
word to use, but
Yeah.
so she was like, "You guys need to be at the bus at this time, and if you're not there, we're gonna have issues." Okay, so I was about to pay because there's like a stupid amount of golf carts there. I was about to pay someone to give us a golf cart ride, and Layton didn't think it was a good idea, though I don't think. But
No, dude, I was also in like physical pain for some reason because I hadn't done much like the entire summer. So it's just kind of like my first time actually moving around for the first time.
Oh no.
yeah, and this is in August too, so
Good lord.
yeah, it was so hot, and I just remember, and we get there, Hayden, and they were out
Out of.
the hat that we wanted.
Oh no.
So then we're just booking it back with like 5 minutes left. And we get there, and we're like the only ones at the spot, and it took everyone like 30 minutes to get there, and she didn't care.
Bruh.
And so all we had for handouts were like a couple things. I don't know if I did something wrong because I actually cared about the tractors, but like people had bucketfuls of handouts.
They had like
Bruh.
not whacking sticks, but like
They
they
had
had like
walking
these weird
sticks
sticks.
because they listened to this
They had to
one
like
guy talk about like Jesus's journeys, and so then he handed everyone out a walking stick, and people
even
started
had
hitting
like
other
two
people.
buckets.
Was
Mhm.
everyone high
They
on
had to get
heroin?
Everyone was high on like pure
compensated.
sweat. It was so hot. You don't understand.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
and
and
then it
I
just
know the teacher
rained
you're
too, so it
talking
was so
about.
humid.
Oh, dude. And it's even worse because I know the teacher you're talking about, and she would be like that. Like, oh, dude. That's awful.
Oh yeah, and then on the way there, we were like, I don't know
Oh
how
my
close we were,
gosh.
maybe halfway there.
So we were in
This
Champaign.
freshman,
In
yeah, we
Decatur
hadn't made it
is
very far.
like no, well, we've been 45 minutes, and it's about
Oh
like
yeah,
2 hours to Decatur, right? Maybe hour 45. Go ahead, Layton. But yeah, we were like
so
45 minutes out.
yeah, we were maybe halfway into the trip, and this freshman comes up to the front of the bus and asks how close we are because he has to go to the bathroom,
Oh
right?
no.
So I think about maybe every 5 minutes he'd ask if we were closer or not, and eventually just got to the point where it was too annoying.
No,
So we had this.
it
I
was
don't
like
even
every
remember.
2 minutes, because I remember
Yeah,
me and Cam were at the front of the bus, right? And you were on my left, sitting with someone. And this kid keeps because the teacher, she was sitting in front of me, and this kid just walks up like every 2 minutes and like just keeps asking. And then like after 10 minutes, go ahead, Layton.
yeah. About she got a little annoyed with him, so she decided that we would stop to let him go at a gas station on the edge of the interstate or wherever we were. Literally, like
Mm,
we all thought he had to go like number two, and it was like severe and
she just
like
had to go pee.
extreme.
Like
Man just had to go pee.
Bruh.
it was mind blowing.
Wait, is it the guy I'm thinking of? Is he big?
No.
No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay. If it
Dude,
was the guy I'm thinking of, I
It's
would have
just a,
literally died. If like
it's just a great way to show all the upperclassmen who you are as a freshman the
Dude,
second
that
week of
is
school.
dude, the second week of school. Like literally the Tuesday though. It was a Tuesday on the second week of school.
dude.
Dude, like oh my gosh, bro. And I was secondhand embarrassment and like oh, and some of the kids even had cuz we were already late. And some of the kids had the nerve to ask this teacher if they could get off and get snacks at that gas station.
Oh my lord.
Oh, bro, it
Dude.
was a
Yeah,
time.
her reaction was pretty priceless.
That's so cursed.
Like, she was pretty chill about it when she said no, but you could just tell that
You
it
could
was like
yeah, there's an undertone for
everybody
sure.
was just there to go to miss school. No
Right.
one cared about what we were going to. But
Right.
and then we paid like $8 for a cheeseburger when we were there.
I know, dude. They were good, but they weren't $8 good.
Yeah. Dude, what's your guys' most awkward field trip moment? Because I know I definitely have one. If you guys want me to go first, I
Oh.
will.
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta think
So
on this.
when I was in first grade, we were at I think a place where they made cheese, if I remember correctly. And um I was
Wait, when was this?
this was in like first grade. So you know what
Okay,
teacher this
okay.
was, Layton.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
so and me and this teacher were really cool. I actually really like this teacher to this day. She's like super cool and nice and like she was a great teacher. Anyways though, but we were and dude, I was a pretty good kid in elementary school, besides like kindergarten. But where I would
I
like
disagree.
flip my card every day, but like, well, Layton got me in trouble a couple times. But
Oh,
anyways,
yeah,
continuing
we
the
don't talk
story.
about that.
Yeah, continuing the story. So we were at this place, right? And there was frosting on the windows where they kept the cheese because obviously it has to be cold. And
They meant like cake frosting. I was like, what?
no, but there was like condensation, I guess is the
Right,
word I
right,
used.
right.
So me and this kid were like drawing on it, and I remember like she was like she told him to stop, and like I kept doing it just because like I guess she maybe thought that I was a good enough kid to just stop if she told him to stop, which is like actually pretty reasonable. But anyways, she grabs my wrist as hard. It scared me so bad.
Dude.
And she in like a clenched jaw. Like, I don't know if you guys, I don't know about you guys, but my father, when he gets mad at me, he like clenches his jaw.
Yeah,
Like, don't do that, or like whatever. She
yeah.
was like in the clenched jaw voice. She was like, "Stop it!" Like, oh
I
my
do that when I
gosh, bro.
talk to my dogs
Dude.
when they're doing something they shouldn't be.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've heard you. You're like, shut up, Disky. Disky. Dixie. You'll just be like,
Dude,
shut
Whiskey
up, just
D'Amelio.
leave.
that
Like,
scarred me though.
dude. Dude,
You know,
that's like not good. Holy.
I
Yeah,
don't think I'm not a bad kid, and I don't think I've been on enough field trips to get in trouble.
yeah, that's probably
That's
true for you.
yeah.
Probably true for you too, Hayden.
Yeah, I really like the few that were awkward for me. There was one we went to like an ag safety day, and they did like
Uh-oh.
drug safety and car safety, farming safety, stuff like that. And there was this one specific uh girl that me and this kid were like fighting over pretty much.
Mm.
And they had this cow, like, okay, I don't know what the frick this thing was, but basically it was to show like the amount of force you'd have to put on
Oh,
somebody's arm to pull them
no,
out of a corn.
it was so it was a grain bin simulation because if you
Yeah,
ever are in a
yeah,
grain
yeah.
bin
Yep.
when it's draining and you get sucked under, I'm pretty sure once you get up to your like waist, it takes like 300 pounds of pressure to
Oh
get you
yeah.
out, or like I don't, that's probably not true, but anyways,
It's a
it's
lot.
a lot of freaking force to get you
Yeah.
out. So continue your story, but it was like a
But,
pulling simulation, so
right, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
pulled
So
on
they
it and it was
could
like,
like
yeah,
try. And this freaking okay. So I did it, and obviously I couldn't pull it because you have to be like freaking Dave Bautista or Dwayne the Rock Johnson to pull
yeah,
this guy, and maybe not even they can, because this thing was like they said it was at least 500 plus pounds that you needed, and
right.
I saw it was like a rope, and I was like trying and trying and trying, and then this girl that I liked, and then this other kid liked, was trying it, and she's like, "Oh, haha, I messed up. Oh boy, I can't lift it."
Good
And then
voice.
this kid gets in, and he's right, but and then this one kid just walks up and he's like, "I can do it," and just like try, dude. This kid fell flat on his face, and
Dude,
then
I remember.
another
Who's
kid
that
almost
voice,
broke his
man?
hand. Another kid wrapped the rope around. They should never do this, but he wrapped the rope around his hand and like leaned into like away from it, and it like crushed his hand.
Dude,
Oh
this
my
one
god!
kid, I kid you not, bro. This one kid passed out when he was doing it.
Wait, what?
Dude,
I think I know who you're talking about.
dude, he
Dude,
passed out.
he messed
It was just too much.
up.
If he's
Oh,
listening to
Man,
this, he knows who he is, but
they were
bro,
trying to show off too much.
yeah.
passing out in the middle of, dude, that is so bad.
They act
That
like
field
it's
trip
real
was for
life.
real though.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
We
That
got to
was like
like
the one like
remember
main
they
con.
gave us something to like tell us what meth smelled like or like what the stuff they used for the
Yeah,
cure.
What?
And then they
yeah,
made us put our hands in like ice water and like
yes. Remember they showed us a video of a meth bottle exploding on a police officer.
Or like a meth lab?
dude, and then they had
Dude, you're
that
showing
really
us a
cool like
tutorial video.
Literally,
no,
it's like
that
you
was
can't
in
do your
Dare,
head.
I think. In Dare was when they showed us like literally these people making meth.
Well,
Like
see, that's the thing. I didn't do dare, so I don't know. Dude,
dude,
Yeah, so
Dare scared
first
the
you
living
wanna
crap out of me. I'm
add
never
this.
doing drugs.
I missed it. I missed it. So I freaking wish I went. But
Dude,
Those
we had to write an
documentaries.
essay. So
dude,
horrible.
Yeah.
that's like you're just watching Walter White, like a
What?
Breaking Bad clip from, from Breaking Bad. Just
You're just like quoting like the whole Breaking Bad like
Yeah.
script.
We need to cook, Jesse. But yeah.
Dude, those documentaries they showed us though in Dare, those scarred me. I'm never doing drugs. Those were
Well,
so intense.
Dude, I remember those now. Them people looked so weird.
Yeah.
if you do drugs, you look weird. Well, I guess you kind of do. But like,
All right, man.
oh, did I tell you guys about this?
Oh
Oh,
no.
I didn't. I don't think I told you guys about this. So, I moved here in May of 2020.
Right.
Okay.
2021.
I said,
Or
wait,
right,
what?
2021. Yeah, I've not been freaking here for 2 years. My bad. But it's just been a long year. But dude, second like month, probably maybe not even out of the first month. I went to a Dude Perfect show
Oh
in
yeah.
Bristol.
Right.
And
The NASCAR stadium.
right, the NASCAR track at Bristol. They had a Dude Perfect live event there. And it was really cool. They had like a monster truck and they like did a demo derby at the end with all 4 guys. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And like I said earlier, I drink Monster, okay? And
Right.
it was a really cool night. I went with my grandparents, and as we were, getting home, there was a Food City, which is basically Meijer and Walmart and all that together. And they carry really good Monster. It's well priced and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab like 2 Monsters just for the rest of that stuff. And
Right.
well, so I get into Food City with my dad. Keep in mind, it's like almost 11 at this point, which is not a good time to be out, especially in the city.
Right.
At night, by the way, not in the
Well,
middle of the
honestly
day.
though, like it might be better. I don't know.
Well,
Continue your
see,
story.
when you get past like 9 or 10, when it hits like dark, like it just becomes like Gotham City. Like there are just crackheads everywhere, and this is where the problem happens.
Continue.
So we walk in, and there's a bathroom on our right. Okay. And my dad's like, okay, it's been a long drive because Bristol's, pretty good drive. So I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. You can just, wait here if you want. And there was a water fountain right outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't really see them, but it said, like, water fountain here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard it running and, like, coughing and stuff. I heard
Just someone cocaine overdose over there.
Well, that's okay. You're not far off. I get over there and I see, okay, my dad starts to walk in there and he looks back at me and does like the Dwayne Johnson eye roll. What am I even saying? Eyebrow raise?
Eyebrow.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked at you and he dead stared you and he did the biggest meme on the internet right now.
But I'm just saying, like, he did that, like, just watch yourself. And I was like, well, I was like, what, Dad? What is it? And as soon as I get up there, dude, there is this man with no shirt, no shoes, the 2 things you need for service.
Right.
And
Well,
then,
so you're telling me you'd walk into a restaurant with no pants on but everything else and be like, all right, I want my food.
dude, but for real, he had like really weird, like tight shorts on. And he was leaning over and he was like really dirty and hairy. Not that that's like a problem, but like I'm just saying it was really just not a good combination.
Yo.
A big old man. No, but
Okay,
like
okay. Slow down. Slow your roll.
he had like really
Relax.
like long chopped off hair that was really like burnt looking, and homie's like leaning over the water fountain, like vomiting into it, and then drinking water to the point where he needs to throw up again, and then throws it all up again, and then drinks more water. And he looks up at my dad and I, and he kind of like does like a nod and kind of grins. Homie had 2 teeth, and they were in the back of his mouth.
Froz his wisdom teeth.
Average American man.
Dude, he had no wisdom. I can tell you that because this man was high on every drug imaginable in the South. He was drinking moonshine. I don't know. He was on everything. I have never seen that much of a crackhead ever.
Like we're just slandering this absolute stranger
Well,
you've only
I'm
seen
just
once in
saying,
your
bro.
life.
He's just been having a
I
bad
know.
day, bro.
Yeah, he got
He could just
fired.
be like the CEO of like the co-CEO or whatever you call it, Amazon.
Or like
His
Apple.
pillow was
You
both
saw Jeff
sides of his
Bezos. Like,
This social experiment.
both. Yeah, all his teeth were just like
what
colored
would
in
you
black.
do?
Yeah, I'm John Quinones. But no, I was gonna say, but dude, I don't know. It's just like he was just a walking meme, and like, you know what I think was wrong with him?
What?
I think he stubbed his toe when he woke up that morning. That's why he looked like
Dude,
that.
that
It was
has to be it.
just-
I mean, you can't be going out there looking like a fashion model after a good
Oh,
old
Probably did
toe
something
stubbing.
else with his toe to look
absolutely,
like that.
I mean,
dude.
dude,
I didn't want to
flamethrower.
look at his toes. His toes probably looked like freaking Joe Obama. I don't even know, bro. That just did not. Nothing about that man was right.
Dude, so this is gonna be like kind of like weird to just bring up, but so I just mentioned a flamethrower, right? Well,
Yeah.
did you guys know that you can actually buy a flamethrower on Amazon?
Yes.
Is it technically a flamethrower? Because flamethrowers are napalm lit on fire, shooting out at people.
Well, here's the thing. It's flames and they're being projected. Other words,
That's true.
the same thing as projected is thrown. It's a flamethrower. But
Yeah,
like a
technically.
flamethrower isn't like one of those like Coleman propane tanks strapped onto like a a torch. That's not a flamethrower.
Yeah.
This thing's like pretty legit. But like it's not like one of those like Elon Musk's ones. Like
It's not a freaking like a lighter, like an oversized lighter.
right. Well,
But
the
you're
Elon
also
Musk
not
one's
gonna
like
be.
super fancy though.
Yeah, but it's not. I hope it's not the one you're talking about. I hope it's not like you're gonna be spraying down Germans in a trench with it. Like, I
Can you
hope
say
it's
I
that?
not
don't.
on that magnitude.
I don't know if you can
Well,
say
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm just quoting history. That happened. I didn't say it was a good thing that it happened. I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen.
Like is that okay?
I don't know, but
Are we
we'll
gonna get
go with it.
canceled for that?
Well, we're already like 50 minutes into the video. Who
Yeah,
really
we're already
gives?
beefed with the
Who gives a
Germans
crap?
anyway, so I think it's
Okay. Oh boy. All right.
oh dude.
Anyways. Ugh. Well, what else do we got, boys? What other topics we got?
Now,
Any
what was
ideas?
going on before the flamethrower?
Yeah, what was going on
I don't know,
beyond?
but I was gonna say this about Bristol. So
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I didn't realize that Bristol was as big as it is because I was watching Mr. Beast and he was actually in the Bristol Stadium,
Oh,
like in one of his videos, because he does like all those like hide
really?
and seek videos. They're like not
Yeah.
original, but like and I'm not trying to slander Mr. Beast. I think he's a
Right,
good
yeah, but
person,
they're
but
just legitimately not.
I mean, well, for him they are because of the sheer quantity. But
Yeah, and the amount of money.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, but he was actually at Bristol doing the video.
Sure.
And it is a big stadium.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's pretty decently sized, but when you compare it to like Talladega,
yeah,
like it as a like a racetrack design, I know I'm gonna sound very southern here, but it really is not that big of a racetrack compared to like I said, Indianapolis Speedway or Talladega. Houston, I think, has a pretty big one, but
yeah.
yeah. I watched a NASCAR race there and I blew out my left eardrum. I still have problems with it. I have like pretty bad tinnitus in it. So that's just kind of a random
Yeah,
point.
dude.
I
I went
wanted
to a drag race a few years back, and I would definitely say NASCAR is worse than drag racing, mainly because drag racing it's like quick, and then it's like a 10-minute break while they
Yeah,
get everything set up. But NASCAR is constant, and it's like
it,
you can feel it in your chest when they go by
dude,
you.
literally. Imagine being inside that thing. Like, you probably feel like you're inside of the belly of the beast. Like, holy,
Yeah, not even the noise though, just like the
the sheer
G's.
feeling, yeah,
Like,
of
I will
going
say
around
one
circles.
thing on my bucket list, a few years or probably like a year ago, Dude Perfect, they did like a bucket list video on an aircraft
Yep,
carrier.
yep.
Something on my bucket list is to fly in an F-18 Hornet.
That would be
Like,
sick.
that would be the
I'd throw
craziest
up, but that'd be
experience ever.
sick.
I would definitely throw up too, but it would be worth it.
Dude, didn't in that video they experienced like 8 Gs or
It
something?
was like 6. I think 8 would definitely like kill you.
Oh, yeah, I
6
think it's
cannot
like
be
seven
healthy
and a
for your
half.
body.
7.5 is enough to kill you, I think.
But like those pilots, they do it all the time and they're fine. They're just
That's
used to
true.
it. I feel like it's something you just get used to.
Yeah, you have to adapt.
I
I
feel
It
would
like
say
the
wasn't.
once you do it a
Thunderbird
few
put us
times.
through that.
Huh?
The Thunderbird can probably put us through that.
No,
I'm
nothing
joking, by the
near it.
way. I'm just saying, it was a joke.
Yeah.
My God.
let me look this up real quick. Oh, holy crap.
What?
14 Gs of lateral acceleration can tear your organs loose from one another. Head to
That's
foot
pretty cool.
motion.
What would be considered lateral?
So lateral's like going straight forward.
Oh. If you're going to
If
the
you-
side, I feel like it'd be less though.
Well, yeah, and then okay. Well, it says head to foot motion. Meanwhile, plunges all the blood to the feet. So if you're spinning like head over heels,
Right.
like say you're in a rolling ball, if you're
Uh-huh.
going at 14 Gs, that's enough to put every
I would
ounce
say
of blood to your
14
feet.
Gs is a lot, bro.
That is a
I
lot.
just looked it up, and the most a roller coaster has ever done is like 6, and that was like a stupid amount.
Yeah, and 4 and 8, between 4 and 8 longitudinal, which is like up and down, will knock you out.
You know them weird like 911 TV series shows?
Like what do
Only
you mean?
you.
Yeah, that is
No, like where like
Pablo
they'll get
Escobar.
these random calls that make no sense that are like super unique.
Oh, like Paradise PD.
Yeah, not necessarily like that,
house.
but it's like it's all scripted. Like none of it's actually
Right.
real.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
Paradise PD
it's
was
probably like
too.
based off a true
Oh,
story though. Like it happened. It just didn't happen then.
well, I don't. It probably is, but there was this one that I saw on the internet where they were at a merry-go-round and they had a motorcycle and they put a kid on the spinning thing
Dude, I've
and
seen
they
that.
put the tire on it and they couldn't stop it. Like the tire wouldn't stop spinning. When they
The
stopped, the
kid
kid
died.
just the kid just did not look good.
Is not okay.
He ended up dying because he went around I think a total of like 2,000 times.
Yeah, in a matter of
Dang.
seconds.
It was unreal. Matter of seconds, bro. That boy's head is in Arkansas.
Dude, his organs were probably like thrown
Why
in
are
the
we
back of
talking
his
about
body.
this?
I don't know, and I'm
Alright,
very
next
disturbed.
subject.
It's 1 in the morning, and I'm very disturbed. But well, I'm eating Mike and Ice. I don't know. I don't know, man. How's 2021 for you guys so far? Or oh my gosh, I'm gonna end my life.
Bro, just
2022.
been behind a year his whole life. Yeah, I moved in
My
2020
bad.
and it's 2021 now.
Lost all concept of time at this point.
Yeah, well, believe me.
Yeah, it's been going. I dropped a pretty penny on a PS5 the other day, so
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
it's going. If I'm giving my honest opinions about the PS5, it's good. It's not worth the money I pay. I don't think.
Well, I mean, just think PS4 was like 200 to 300 for a cheap one,
Yeah.
No, it was 10
You know,
years ago.
my year's been pretty busy. I've been working a 12-hour shift every 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this freaking guy took forever to film this, guys. Like, good lord.
I texted in this group chat Sunday night, and this man basically just told us right then and there that there was
That
no
it wouldn't
way
work.
that he was going to be able to do it. 'Cause
On
he
the
was
week,
like,
the
guys, I have
weekend.
this
Bro.
and that, and I'm going to be getting a job soon. Like, bro, you don't have the job yet.
Bro, we're very sorry, Layton. We're
Bro,
not
but I
meaning to
got
disturb you.
homework to do, man. I get
Bro.
loaded with homework now.
Bro.
You do your homework?
Yes, Jonas. Dude, I have 7 classes.
See, this
Oh,
is the
that's true. I
problem.
only have
Do you have a
5.
study hall?
No,
Do you have PE?
no.
See, this is the problem. When you overload yourself, you won't have time for yourself, and then you'll just be like mentally down, you
Well,
know?
I have
Sound like
time
a
for myself.
mental teacher. I just walked into the wrong
No.
classroom. Like,
Okay.
what the frick?
Okay, I'm gonna restart that. I have time at home. I just spend it on TikTok.
Thank you for saying it less weirdly this time.
That's how you guys worded it. I hope you guys like
Wait,
fall
what'd
on
you
a
say?
meat grinder.
What?
What?
Bro, what is wrong with you?
I'm eating Mike and Ike's. I'm not paying attention. What did I just hear?
He wants us to fall in a meat grinder.
Bro, what the frick? Bro.
Dude, I also seen a show where that happened. And
Oh,
like
jeez.
the kids at
Alright.
school were getting served like weird canned food and they were finding
No.
like body
Oh
parts
my
in it.
gosh, just
That
stop,
no,
stop,
that was
stop.
that was just in your basement. We get it. You're freaking Pablo Escobar's son.
All right, we're not
Hey,
gonna go
man.
any farther into this next topic, but have you guys seen that one guy on TikTok that's like, "Welcome back to true crime"? He's like,
Yes.
tells the most terrifying stories ever, dude.
Yeah.
That makes me I don't apprehensive.
It makes
about
me want to
everything.
sleep in my parents' room.
Dude. Honestly,
What?
Layton can't do that.
yeah.
You know,
Especially not his dad's room.
sometimes, guys. This is why I don't play PlayStation with you, Jonas.
Dude, are we about to get the right joke at the right time talk, like, or wrong joke at the wrong time talk? I've gotten that a few
absolutely.
times. Jonas, there is a time to make a joke, and there is not.
I mean, there kind of is. If
I
you're
mean,
at
I
a
agree. I'm
funeral,
just saying that that's a talk that no one wants to have because you
if
feel
you're
like
at
an idiot.
well, I just feel like if you're at a funeral, and you're like, ha, grandma dead. Like that's not something to like laugh
That's a
about.
completely different scenario, though, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's different. I'm talking at like
Yeah,
family
sorry.
dinner when I start talking about like really like out of pocket things.
Dude, I hate when weird crap gets brought up at family events.
Yeah, ain't on a podcast when you're talking about meat grinding children. Like,
Yeah, that
What?
too.
Okay.
okay, that
Bro.
didn't sound.
Only every once in a while.
Meat grinding children. That could be very
Dude, you
different.
cannot say that.
You just can't say that, bro.
Grinding meat on. Okay, anyways,
Dude. Okay,
we'll stop right
Bro,
there.
you cannot be saying that.
I'm gonna end this video here.
Bruh. Right, we are almost at an hour. Oh, we are at an hour. Well, let's talk for a little bit more. I'm liking this.
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
Are you sure you want to go after that? How do we follow up with that?
I don't know. I don't want that to be what we end on, though. I definitely don't want that to
dude.
be what we end on. Meat grinding children.
We don't need
Jonas,
to
that's
say it
your
again.
fault.
True that. Yeah, I'll stop saying meat grinding children.
Bro. uh,
Good lord.
Lord is good.
Man, you guys didn't answer the question.
I don't want to answer it now.
What
What the
was the
heck?
question?
No, how's 2022 going for you? And I said it right this time.
Oh, I answered.
Well, I mean, it was going
Oh.
pretty decent until I heard that sentence.
That we're just gonna refer to it as that sentence.
Anyways, though,
Yeah.
it's actually going pretty decent. I mean, like, obviously I have straight A's right now, so
Right.
not trying to brag, but no, I'm just kidding.
I'm
As
just
the
waiting.
quarter just started a couple days ago.
I'm waiting to get my license, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't right
And
now
I
'cause
was
the DMV
supposed
is
to
closed
get it,
again, you know?
but all the
DMVs.
DMVs closed.
Mine's closed
Yeah.
down too, permanently for a little.
Permanently for a little. Makes perfect sense.
No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like they're not like
Permanently.
they don't have like
For a little.
weird. Dude, it's like it's a weird way of saying it, but
It is.
they're not closing down like, oh, we're gonna close for a couple days. Like it's gonna be a couple weeks. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
that's what ours did too. But they didn't even close. Like, they see a problem. It was like December. It was like late December, obviously. They see this COVID rise, and it's like the
Huh?
21st, I think. And they're like, "Oh, well, that's an issue. We should probably close January 1st." I think that's what they did.
Yeah,
Bro.
They
exactly
stayed
what they
open for
did.
the rest of the year. I'm pretty
And
sure it
like,
was just like I think I paid them to make sure Layton didn't get his license because then he would
you're
have a
stupid.
job and be working
You
24-hour
think you
shifts.
paid them? Are you freaking Bruce Wayne?
Dude, no.
I
Because
think I
like,
own this place.
I hope they open back up so I can get my license, but it's kind of dumb to stay closed for that short amount of time if you're trying to prevent your staff from getting COVID.
Mm,
If you don't want them to get COVID, get them vaccinated and then don't open it.
well, and here's the
I'm not
thing.
gonna go into
But
this
even,
convo,
I'd say,
but
but even then, they're
but
still
even then
gonna
it doesn't
get it.
matter.
I just don't like. I don't understand how they're or why they're closing. And I don't want to like go too far into this, but I don't understand why they're closing DMVs that have a maximum of like 20 people in them at one time, if that. But they're not closing schools that have, well, for in your guys' case, a couple hundred. For me, a couple thousand at a time.
I
Like
don't know
that's
that
just
I'd say a couple hundred.
From
That's a
what I heard, our school just doesn't care.
yeah. I feel like they just.
Well,
Kids, if they get it, they're not gonna die. I mean, I had it. I felt like I was gonna die, but I didn't. Obviously, I'm here. But it's just like I don't know, man.
yeah. And
Why
there's usually a
close?
pretty nice line at the DMV, so
When I got my permit, I was the only one in there.
See, here's
But
the
you
thing.
That's me
think
too.
they're
Well,
open all day and they are exposed to many different people.
wait, yeah, I was about to say that there are some
Yeah.
very interesting folks in the DMV because
Oh yeah.
when I went to get my permit, there were 3 other people in there. There was one guy and his girlfriend and some kid getting his license. And this guy and his girlfriend, they were both convicted felons and both
What?
had multiple DUIs and couldn't get their license.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding. I looked at my mom and she was like, look him in the eyes. And I was like, bro, this guy is like a convicted felon. Well, I'm just trying to get my permit,
It's
man.
criminal
I'm
misdemeanor.
like, he's just
Shoot.
like a murderer of like 15 people, and he's just like,
When
I
I
need
went,
my license.
I went to a different DMV that like our school was like associated with, and it's funny
Yeah.
because the driver's ed teacher told me that it would be better if I went to the main one, which I think you guys know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he said that it would take longer if I went to this other one. Well, at this other one in northern Danville and Tilton,
Mhm.
it's 2 separate lines. It's like getting your license and getting your permit, and then
Mhm.
everything else. It took us 5 minutes. Like,
Bruh. They're rude there. I don't like them there. Like, obviously, DMVs don't
Oh.
exactly have the best track record, but the one in that other small town, they're not horrible.
here's the thing though, is that I mean, going to the DMV is boring unless you're getting your
Oh,
license, and I'm
absolutely.
sure working at the DMV is boring.
I feel like, well, they chose that life.
Have you ever gone with your parents to the DMV to
Yes.
renew their plates? That is like
Yes.
watching paint dry.
That is like watching freaking Pawn Stars, but nobody wins. Like, oh my gosh.
What a
I
weird
love Pawn
comparison.
Well,
Stars.
I'm just saying, like, they argue in that show, so it's like freaking.
Dude, that'd just be so awkward to tell someone no and just watch them walk out slowly.
Let's plot a shotgun in a second. They got place like,
Dude,
screw this
I'm not
DMV.
I'm not afraid to
Anyway.
take my test. It's just gonna be so awkward to just sit in a car with someone I don't know
Mm-hmm.
and then just drive around while they watch me.
Especially when it's like your own car.
Especially when you fail.
Oh yeah, that won't happen though.
Dude, failing your driver's test would have to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, and
I
well, in
don't even know how that'd be possible.
the test that you guys have to take in Illinois, you go like up the block, take a couple turns, parallel park, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like here, you
I
have
don't
to
even think we
freaking
parallel
drive.
park, honestly.
How do you know?
Well, I've been told that by God
Oh.
himself. No, but I think I talked to my mom or
Lightning.
something about it, and obviously she attended schools in Illinois because that's where she grew up. So
I definitely don't think the driver's test is hard. I just think that the nervousness could get to you
Mhm.
so much you just like blow a stop sign.
Well,
Or you get
that's
the
the
pedals
thing. It's
mixed
like
up.
Dude,
freaking. Oh
You don't
no!
know that.
Here we go. Here we go, Joe. I know exactly what you're gonna say, Jonas.
all right, guys. So this is gonna be a little touchy
Oh
because
boy.
of the people that are gonna be listening to this podcast. This might spread, but oh my gosh, I was driving with someone, and dude, I just don't understand. I mean, how can you get the pedal and the brake mixed up? And not only that, but after said person mixed up the pedal and the brake, they proceeded to say that the brake was usually the skinny one.
Bro.
I
Usually
don't
the
know
skinny
what car
one.
you're driving, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I
it
think
was an
on.
experience, and I'm not going to get all the details because I don't want to make fun of anyone.
Mm.
But let's just say that they have some learning to do.
Well, you know.
I mean, I think we all did, but some people just different extents to
Oh,
others.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that is cursed.
Oh
I would
man,
hate that. I can just imagine
I was
you
no, because I'm actually not even lying. I was legitimately worried for my safety in that car. No, you laugh, but I was actually like, oh my gosh,
You're praying to the good Lord,
yeah. So
bruh. That's
yeah.
awful.
Have you guys ever been in any wrecks?
I have not to this
20,
day.
2016, I think.
2016.
2016, very specific. I've never been in a car wreck, but I will say this last October, I was indeed in a little bit of a farming heckle,
Yeah.
and that is
man.
almost worse.
That was. I mean, farming equipment is a lot. There's a lot more moving parts
Yeah.
and sharp things.
At least exposed moving parts.
Yes. Yeah.
So
A
you
lot
guys
heavier
know the
equipment, more power.
Well,
you guys
okay.
know that sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So you know that four-way stop by Lowe's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were coming out from the side of Lowe's and it was like super icy out and we had met a friend of my mom's to give her something and as we were pulling out someone went to go turn right towards Lowe's and the road was just a sheet of ice there and they turned too fast and just slid right into us.
You talking about
Oh.
the TSC Lowe's Meyer intersection?
Yeah.
They need a light there. That
Yeah.
was like that intersection is so prone to accidents.
It's horrible, and it's weird because the intersection right before it does have a light.
Yeah.
So,
It actually scares me, bro, because it's like, yeah.
I mean, okay, no, I've never been in like anything that is like, oh, I almost turned into cream cheese, but like we backed into somebody. Like it was in I think it was Michigan, and we accidentally backed into a person. There was no damage. The guys were cool with it, and they were like, okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but they were like really gangster, like really hood. And when they came up, they saw that I was kind of a younger kid. I was in there with one of my friends, and they saw us in the back, and they go, "You got babies in the car?"
You can
He's
just
like,
see
"Are
the
they good?"
9 in their waistband.
Yeah, they just pull out like a freaking Glock 19 and just start spraying the car down. Just
Bro, what?
you got babies in the car, man, in your bloodline. But
Bro, that is actually. Can you say that?
Lost
I
train of
don't think
thought.
so. But no,
Hopefully, no
I
one makes it
backed
this far into the podcast.
right. But no, I've obviously witnessed accidents. I've witnessed about 3 of them. But
The worst, even worse than the accident, when I was driving this tractor back in the fall, I was I just knew we were gonna collide, and
yeah,
there's nothing I could do about it in the moment. It was either gonna be bad or it was gonna be worse, and
right.
I honestly think I did a good job of like the best thing
Opting
that
for
could have
that.
happened.
Yeah.
I mean, could have been so much worse, but I mean,
Oh,
it is
absolutely.
what it was. I mean, it happens. Stuff happens. So,
Right.
I
all right.
think one of the hang on. I think one of the worst accidents I saw. I don't remember where we were. This was a long time ago. Maybe when I still lived in California. But we were on the interstate, and on the other side of the road where the cars go the opposite way, they were just backed up for forever. And once we got to where the accident was, there was just this car in flames.
Dude,
Oh.
see, oh my gosh, I have a story real quick. So last year, well, I guess 2 years ago now, on the day that school got out, I was in my bed. It was like 7:30, and all of a sudden, I just heard like a smack, a really hard smack, and my sister runs down the hallway and is like, "Mom, somebody just hit someone outside," and there was a head-on
Oh.
collision right outside of our house,
Yeah.
and dude, it was something. I mean,
The girl was texting and she got
she
it was
wasn't
a
texting.
teacher. She wasn't?
No, she wasn't. That was a rumor. Because actually,
How do we know
my
that?
sister was the one that went and got her phone out of her backpack
Okay.
whenever she
That's fair.
got up to our house. But it was like, it was intense. And I remember because my dad just had back surgery and he was
Right.
actually able to go out and help the girl because
It was
one
a
of them,
teacher, wasn't it? It was a teacher
no,
and
it wasn't a teacher.
bro, you're just disproving everything that I've thought about this thing.
Yeah, but it was,
I know it was not another student. I know that.
it was a mom of a student and a
Yeah.
student.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go into any more detail on
Yeah,
that because
right.
but yeah, it was scary though. I've never seen anything like that, but everybody ended
Yeah.
up being okay.
Mhm.
So, yep.
Okay, I'm not gonna like go into any details, but I will say I cannot imagine being in the student's position because her dad was the first responder to that.
Was he?
Like, yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I don't remember. So,
if you know the girl I'm talking about,
I know who she is.
her dad is a cop, and he was the one to respond to that. So, Yeah,
Yeah,
I would not be liking that.
there was so many fire trucks, ambulances like lined
I
up in front
know,
of our
and it's like,
house.
yeah,
Dude,
I
it was
understand it because the older lady kind of seemed like she got hurt pretty bad, but it was just, I don't know. But
so yeah.
yeah, kind of a sad note to end on. didn't
Yep.
really mean for it to go down so far, but
National Bobblehead Day. We'll end on
oh,
that.
it's also
I don't have a
national.
single bobblehead in my house.
It's National Programmer Day, or maybe that was yesterday or something. I don't know.
I
It
have
was
an
one of these.
Ant-Man bobblehead that I got from some baseball game. I don't know.
That's hot. Kiss me.
Okay, we need to end it
Speaking of
here.
Paul Rudd, no, I'm kidding.
Paul Rudd.
Dude, he was
What
voted
the
hottest man
frick?
alive.
Where did? Oh. 'Cause
Ant-Man. That's who plays
that
Ant-Man.
confused me so bad. I was like, Paul Rudd. What is? Okay.
And he's Ant-Man.
I know.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Gonna
All
end the
right,
video
guys.
there. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
kidding.
getting late. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We
Yeah.
like
Every
doing them.
Saturday.
Oh, every
I'm about to
Saturday.
commit
On
the unholy
time.
act
On
of
time. We record
self-death.
always on time. When we
Yes,
say
as
we're
long
gonna
as
record,
Layton isn't working his 24-hour shift
we
and we're
record
not
on
recording at
time.
1 in the morning.
Dude, guys, you
Time.
don't understand. I got a family of 12 to feed every minute.
Yeah.
Tough life.
And no dad for support.
Whoa. All right.
All right.
Have a good one, guys. Please like and subscribe. Just check out our next episode. But
See you next week.
Adios.
all right.